Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever and wherever you are tuning in from. Welcome. My name is Kiki, and this is Coaching Over Cacao. Cheers. So, Mother Moon Luna has been messing a bit with technology. I logged in this morning to realize it was not recorded. Everything happens for a reason, so that was meant just for our people. And I'll be re-recording a new portal today to send out as the replay. So I always like to share when things don't work out because I feel like it's more original and real and not just showcasing all the pretty fancy good stuff when things work out. We love that and that things do work out, but there are bumps. It's not all sunshine and rainbows and unicorns. So that is business. So we are going to dive into Frightfully Good CTAs so we can command action with a bang. So, CTA is a call to action. So, we are in the middle of a 5-week series. So, we started off with haunting hooks, grab attention like a ghost. No worries if you missed it, they're all in the guide section. So, you can click the top tab, or it might be on your sidebar if you are on a desktop, and you can binge them. So we went over that in week 1. Last week we went over copy, and I've had a few more downloads I want to share, so I'm going to do a part 2 to copy as well. So it was potion powered copy, words that work like magic. So that is there. We went over platform, purpose, and forget the other P. I was into alliteration that morning. A lot of these are channeled, so I'm trying to pull up the file, and that is where a lot of it comes from. One moment. And then this morning, I thought I turned my kettle on to warm up water, and I didn't. So I was there trying to mix my cacao, and I'm like, why is powder flying everywhere? Because the water was still cold. Ever happened to you where you thought you did something, or maybe you did so in your dreams and in real life and it really didn't happen? No, just me? All right. So I have a quick question. I have had a couple folks reach out about cacao. Do you guys want to learn more about what it is, how I make it? It is something I drink every day. It's become part of my daily ritual with intention setting, meditation, and journaling. But I was thinking of making a mini course for everyone, so you just have it to refer back to. So let me know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in, and if you're catching this on the replay, give me a hashtag replay. So CTA, call to action. Why do we want to use them? First, let's see. Who here is using them and knows what they are and loves them and it feels natural? You can drop a 1 in the comments. Or 2, you kind of know what they are, you use them intermittently, but not really on a regular basis. So 1, you love them, they come natural. Or 2, you know what they are, kind of, sort of, maybe use them half and half, right? So a call to action is something we want to use to encourage our viewers, our followers, people that land on any one of our posts to take a specific action, right? We are bombarded with over 35,000 decisions a day. Some our body automatically makes and our brain sifts out. So we want to make it super easy for our clients to know and what to do next. And so they feel successful and they're like, oh, click here, drop this word in the comment, drop this emoji, right? Maybe you have a limited time offer or an exclusive offer. You want them to join your mailing list, right? So 1 action per post. Because then we get into decision fatigue. If it's like, drop an emoji, drop a word, tell me a story, they're going to keep scrolling, right? If it feels overwhelming, they're going to keep scrolling. So creating a sense of urgency prompts a quicker decision making. So if you have something that you're only offering, and a lot of us are service based, right? So you only have 5 open appointments this week or 3 openings. Like, that's just what it is. That's your availability. So drop a comment, DM, whatever you want your client to do to book with you, make it clear, make it concise, right? Limited time offers also make your audience feel like they could miss out if they don't act quickly. So you have 3 spots, you're in high demand, your skills are amazing, you get amazing results for your clients. They want to be a part of that. Like that's that energy, that attraction energy. And it taps into the human psychology, right? So it makes them prioritize your offer and themselves, which is what we want, right? So without this sense of urgency, your audience could procrastinate. They could put it off till tomorrow, or they could just scroll by and ignore it altogether, right? So we also want to think about when crafting your CTA, clear versus clever. So knowing when to use simple, direct calls to action versus playful, creative ones, right? So a clear call to action leaves no room for confusion, right? Ensuring your audience knows what to do next. So instead of drop your favorite emoji, maybe drop a purple heart, drop a fairy. Like you're giving them specificity and making it easy for them to go to that specific place. Clever calls to action can create fun and memorable brand experience when done right. So one that I like to use on Facebook is drop a GIF, right? A specific drop a unicorn GIF, drop a tree GIF. Like people love to be unique and they look at what everyone else has dropped and they want to be creative, right? Or the ones that get the most attention are like quizzes, or you can share your last picture you took on your phone, use predictive text. Like you want a blend of business and fun. So striking the right balance engages your audience and keeps brand approachable, right? We are our living, breathing brand. Yes. So if it's confusing, if you're using metaphors, if it's long, or if you're asking them to do more than one thing, it will lead to inaction, right? We want them to start taking an action, whether that's liking your post, sharing your post, commenting, saving for later, right? One action per post. And you can mix that up every time you post. And give your audience time to get used to you. So if you aren't using them, or if you've been using CTAs intermittently, it'll take time to program your audience to start to interact with your posts. And don't be discouraged if nothing happens right away, right? People are seeing it. And I don't know about you, we need to see things, repetition, right? How many times do you see the same Target commercial or the same food commercial before you're like, oh, I feel like Pizza Hut, or whatever it is that you're bombarded with? Mark's been watching the playoff games in baseball, and I feel like they're very food related. It's like Pizza Hut and Jimmy John's, and I'm just like, I know we ate, but that looks really good, So it's like psychological marketing. They need to see it before they'll take an action, right? And we want them to feel safe, and we want them to feel comfortable with responding. And then testing and tweaking, right? Small changes in your CTA can really improve your engagement. And why does that matter, right? The more that you interact with your followers and they reciprocate and interact with you, the more every algorithm is trained to pump that out to the audience of the people engaging with you. So it's this beautiful ripple effect. I mean, it's like networking. You talk to one person and they have a great experience, or you serve one person and then that person tells 2 of their friends and they tell 2 of and it's this beautiful ripple. That is really how the algorithm is designed, but we need to be consistent with how we are showing up and what we are giving it. So small adjustments. If you aren't using them at all, maybe start using them on 2 or 3 posts. If you have been using them, revisit some of your higher engaged posts and see which calls to action worked the best? Like, what did you say? What did you ask? What did you use? And do more of that. It's all testing. Have fun with it. And do things and ask people to do things that resonate with you and connect with your personality. I shared a couple examples of like a unicorn gift or a tree gift. Those are things that are unique to me. Like, I love the trees. I've loved unicorns since I was a little girl and I can remember. That might not resonate with you. Maybe you're more into dragons or fairies or a superhero, right? Like, have fun, share your personality, tap into those inner children. They will help guide you. And that fun energy is also going to attract more of the people that are your soul aligned clients. So, and tweak them. If you're always asking people to drop a comment or drop an emoji, maybe change it up. Use 3 different calls to action every week or 5 different ones, depending on how often you post, right? Your audience will not get call to action fatigue. I promise you. The more you guide and direct them, the more successful you will be in the engagement going up and actually getting responses, right? We really want to turn social media into a two-way conversation. It was designed to be social, and that can still work with your business. It can still work with marketing and sales, right? Not just cat memes and pictures of your kids, but those also show that you are more than just your business. So test, have fun, view it as a science experiment, and don't be afraid to try new things, right? Calls to action can be super fun, and you can use ChatGPT. The way I like to use it, I tell it who I am, who I serve, some of their struggles, and ask it to give me 10 CTAs that I can use, and I tell it what platform. And sometimes I pick and choose and combine one, but it helps me brainstorm, and then like I'll start journaling, and sometimes I'll tweak it. I don't think I've ever used anything copy and paste from ChatGPT. Like, it doesn't sound like my voice, but it definitely gets the creative juices flowing. So that is something you can check out. And I had a few folks ask if I was going to do like a workshop or a master class. So a lot of what I cover in the coaching over cacao is what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And for the how and the breakdowns or the prompts I'm using, let me know if you would want, and if a workshop on that would be helpful with the specific prompts in a workbook, and I'm happy to put that together. So let me know in the comments if masterclass is something that would be beneficial, where I go over all of these topics, but the how, the behind the scenes, what I'm actually doing step by step that has improved my reach, grown my audience, and from crickets to connection to conversion. And that's how we make that bigger impact in the collective and bigger income for ourselves. We can grow our business and offer more services to our community. So thank you so much for watching. I love you. I see you. I support you, and embrace your magic. Until next time, bye-bye.